no one can really argue with me and say I'm wrong on that. It's like, it's your own personal experience kind of ruined it for you. I don't actively hate the game, but I don't enjoy playing it either because, it sort of broke me for the whole enjoyment experience. I played the game and I grew to hate the missions. I tried playing it again on my own, and I was just playing the same missions I hated. So it was like, screw this, I'm not doing this. Anyway, that's enough of the why I hate bully rant. What's another game I can say I don't particularly like? Anything online, really, with people I don't know. I don't like multiplayer in general. I like co-op. Co-op is fun. I can pal around with my buddies completing missions and killing each other if there's like friendly fire on. Co-op's a blast. Multiplayer, on the other hand, where the entire point is kill one another, I can't stand because I grow tired of it very quickly. Like, that's all you're doing. That's okay. There's people that are better than me. There's people that are worse than me. They're going to play. They're going to get better. About the extent of what I can stand is Dark Souls because, it's 1-on-1, 1v1, unless you're in the arena, I suppose. And then, it's more controlled. And at that point, it's not really a test of who can spot the guy first and fill him with enough bullets. It's which one of you is legitimately better at the game. There are certain times where I felt I was legitimately beaten, and there are other times where I totally kicked the guy's ass, and it was fucking awesome. One of my favorites was, for those of you who know Dark Souls, I was in Anor Londo, and at the time, I was fighting a White Knight in the palace area, the main palace area, where it leads to Ornstein and Smough. It's past the Painted World. You know what I'm talking about. The giant blacksmith there. I get invaded. I just got past the archers, and the bonfire's not lit, which if the bonfire's not lit, that means you're being invaded. And the bonfire is how you, rest and get a checkpoint. So my attitude originally was like, fuck you, I'm not going past the archers again. So I'd save and quit and come back and rest at the bonfire to get all my health back. I go about my business fighting the White Knights, and I'm invaded in the middle of one of the fights. And my attitude is, oh, okay, hopefully he'll be a gentleman and wait for me to be done here. He jumped on board with the White Knight and started going after me, which, as far as I know, is a big no-no when it comes to the duels in Dark Souls for 1v1. So I kill the White Knight. He was already pretty wounded. It was a few more slashes and he would have been dead, and this guy jumped on board. I kill the White Knight, and this guy had an electric weapon. And the only reason I survived is because I had just gotten Great Shield Vartorius, and I was testing that bad boy out. So I wrecked the guy. He was like, okay, he's in the middle of the fight. I'm just going to hop in and kill him. I just took my Uchigatana that was plus 10, I think, at that point, and wrecked his day. Like, I came away from that like, holy crap, I am the greatest alive. But yes, that is the sort of multiplayer online I like, where it's a true test of skill, not just shooting at each other. Like, if a guy who just started Dark Souls fought a guy who's been playing for 100 hours, the guy who's been playing for 100 hours is going to win every time, unless he goes off a cliff by some miracle. Fucking TF2 or Battlefield or Call of Duty. Any jackass with a sniper can put one in your head at any given point in time, and it'll kill you, regardless of what skill level you are. And I don't like that. I don't like the competition like that. There has to be more to a game, in my opinion. That's my problem. There has to be more to a game than that, and that's all it is in TF2. That might as well be all it is in Battlefield 3. I got that for Christmas and was like, oh sweet, I'm going to play a first-person shooter. Battlefield 3 is the absolute shittiest first-person shooter I have ever played. Bar none. I hate that game. And people are like, oh, you got to play for the multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer, alright? So, best case scenario, 5 out of 10. 5 for the multiplayer, 0 for the story. The story is absolute shit. Everyone agrees on that, and it still has perfect scores, which I don't get at all. The single player is one of the worst I've ever played. Sorry, I got a little ranty there. I get ranty when I'm talking about topics I'm passionate about. And one of my topics I'm passionate about is why I don't like Battlefield 3. Ah, God, I hate Battlefield 3. And again, it's because I don't play multiplayer. If I played and enjoyed multiplayer, I would probably love Battlefield 3. But I don't. So, I hate Battlefield 3. And honestly, everyone agrees with me on that. Well, not the hating multiplayer, for whatever reason people like that. But, you know, no one likes Battlefield 3's story campaign. Everyone agrees it's a piece of crap and is horrible. And the thing is, no one seems to care. That's probably what bothers me. It's like, half the fucking game is atrocious, and you still, this is the greatest game ever. And it's like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, Battlefield 4 is more relevant. What the fuck, dude? It's like, I don't fucking care. I didn't buy Battlefield 4. I have 3. For Christmas, I admit, but still. I have it. Is it sitting over there? No. No, it is not over here. I don't know where it got to. Betting the dump. Very bizarrely, however. Oh shit, how long have I been talking? Actually, this is probably... Yeah, this is about 13 minutes, actually. So... Well, I split up the boss fights. So, there's going to be a break somewhere before the boss fight. And then there's going to be one, you know, at the boss... Once the boss fight's concluded. But, you know... So, God. Interestingly enough, I love fighting games. Fighting games are the shit. I love fighting games. You know, and again, I think it's the Dark Souls thing. You practice enough and get enough skill, and you're better at the game, you know. Somebody who's just picked up the controls or has been playing for like an hour isn't going to be able to come in, you know, and wreck me at Skullgirls or Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because I've clocked a whole lot of hours into those games and I'm fucking good at them. So, you know, I like it. You know, I'm not competing against a bunch of people just running around trying to shoot someone else. And the thing is, part of the problem might be when it's online like that, I don't know, I don't like it. I'm pausing here because the video's doing some weird man, what's going on with the video? Okay, the video's doing alright. Keep going, video. Just keep on going. You can do it. Been recording this bullcrap for 43 minutes now. Yes, fighting games. I only ever play fighting games on the couch with my friends. You know, Brawl, Skullgirls, fucking Marvel vs. Capcom, some Street Fighter, some Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I always play them on a couch with friends, and they're fucking fun because I'm playing with my friends and I can yell at them. And you know, I've done LAN parties with CS:GO, and I've had fun with those. You know, I don't normally like games like CS:GO. Excuse me, but you know, in a LAN party when everyone's there and I can talk and yell with the people and have a jolly good time, it's fun. You know, I can get into it. It's the online part I don't like. It's the people I don't know that I'm playing with, I guess. I don't like being in lobbies with strangers playing with one another. It's a weird explanation, I guess, but there it is. I just don't. Someone's going to hold it against me, I'm sure, but there it is. So, this has pretty much covered my entire taste and life story for video games, which, you know, I was planning on having that be some other video much further down the line, but hey, cards were dealt, I guess. That's fair. I love poker. Poker's awesome. Who doesn't love a good game of poker? What's his name? Wild Bill Hickok in Deadwood sure loved a good game of poker. Well, in real life, I suppose. He was shot playing poker. There's a bit of trivia. Wild Bill Hickok, shot by Jack McGall, I believe, in Deadwood, North Dakota? Yeah. Deadwood, North Dakota, not legal U.S. territory at the time. Fun story there. Time for a bit of history. And not this bullshit history like Genghis Khan was first president, or, Winston Churchill fought the Cambodians in World War IX or some nonsense like that. Those of you who don't know, mainly the UK people, Wild Bill Hickok was... I love how I'm not even talking about the game. Like, I'm fucking Wild Bill Hickok, for God's sakes. This is what post-commentary does to me. I go off on random topics like this, And, it's just to fill the voids. This isn't a silent hour-long video, Because then I'm stealing the game at that point, except for the music, which is one of the best fucking parts of this game, and I'm so disappointed you don't get to hear in this video. Anyway, Wild Bill Hickok, for those of you who don't know, was a famous cowboy, gunman, lawman, big old bounty hunter type fellow. He pseudo-retired and went to a territory called Deadwood, which, well, it was a town made in a territory, which was not officially part of the U.S. It was native land at the time. So there were no laws there, basically, but it was still a, white people were moving in there. White people. There's another name for them, I'm sure, but that's what was coming in, white people, just to avoid the laws, I guess. Wild Bill, formerly a U.S. Marshal, goes there for whatever reason. I don't know. Might have been prospecting, might have been, just bored. He's playing a game of poker. He's there for a few days, supposedly. He's playing a game of poker, and Jack McGall comes up and just blows his brains out, shoots him in the back of the head. The cool part is, this is the cool part, good old Jack McGall, they had a trial in Deadwood, which, they found him innocent, because he claimed it was a revenge killing for Wild Bill shooting his brother in Abilene, Kansas, a brother he, in fact, did not have. It was a bullshit excuse, but hey, no laws there, so he could say what he wanted. They found him not guilty, and he later went to Yankton? Something like that, where he was hung. Yankton was an actual U.S. city, which, it's like, oh, hey, guess what? You're a murderer. We're going to put you on trial. It's like, oh, you can't do that? I've already been on trial. It's like, you were on trial somewhere that isn't the United States, meaning the laws that we can't put you on trial more than once don't apply. So they put him on trial, found him guilty, and hung him. It was, in fact, amazing. Real quick, I get to talk about the story of this game. We've beaten Linda. Stan's power's back. And she's sort of sad about it. It's like, oh, I wasn't ready to surpass the master. Anyway, Princess Marlene shows up and says she's going to quit using Ari as his servant. What? That's crazy talk. Oh, I'm almost done. Cool. Anyway, so... yeah, Princess Marlene is standing there. She's talking with Linda. Commentary, everyone. See, would you rather me do this in the video or talk about shit like Wild Bill Hickok? Anyway... she's asking what she likes about Ari, and it is revealed that she, in fact, does not like Ari, but likes Stan, the Shadow, because apparently she's a devil spawn, according to Kissling. He mentions it at some point. I'll try and spot it. But yes, she likes Stan. She, in fact, doesn't like Ari particularly much. She says he kind of has a dorky voice, which I took offense to. That's my voice. So, fuck you. Incognito. Yes, she's in love with Stan, not Ari. And Marlene's like, oh, okay, good. Ari, you're back to being my servant. Because, she only released him, so that she could be on fair terms with Linda, who... Devilldom. Yes, you are from the Devilldom. She's devil spawn, I guess. Yeah, she only released Ari because, Linda was a nice, sweet, kind girl, also after Ari. And... she was afraid of losing Ari and decided, I'm going to have to treat him nice to be an equal opponent. But now that she likes Stan, it's back to Ari's all mine. Under my thumb. I control him. Anyway, other plot-related stuff that gets brought up here in a minute. The sewers. Linda gives us a part, and we discover a device. I don't know. I don't think they say what the device is, so I'm not going to say it, obviously. We discover a device, and she gives us another part. All of the Evil Kings up to this point, if you'll remember, have given us parts like a bell tube, I think was one of them, a spiral, a gear. She gave us a screw. And we've put the parts together, resulting in... Yeah, she laughs here because, it's just like such bad luck, and she can't help it, I forgive you though, Roslyn. I love you, baby. So, we're going back into the Madril sewers, basically. Wow, the audio's peaking quite a bit. I should lean back from the mic. We're going back into the Madril sewers, where we fought the Sewer Evil King, the giant rat fellow. We're going to go back there. There's a dungeon to be had, and there's something at the back that's been hinted at for the entire game. Whole entire game. What could it be at the back of the sewers? I don't even know. Or do I? I do, in fact. I, in fact, know exactly what it is, but I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to wait for next time when, hopefully, it's live commentary. And not this post-nonsense, which, let's be fair here. It's, I talked about some pretty random shit. Yeah, I talked about games I don't like. A few games I do like. And Wild Bill Hickok, I don't even know. I was talking about poker as games I like, poker. And, I'm watching Deadwood again, which is... excellent fucking show. Everyone go watch Deadwood. Stop watching my stupid video. This is the last part anyway. There's like 2 minutes left of me talking to myself here. 2 minutes? 3 minutes, sorry. 3 minutes left of me talking to myself here. Just stop watching right now and go watch Deadwood. Okay, you still here? Thank you. That's... a true fan would still be here. Anyway. Yeah, Deadwood. It's a great fucking show. Wild Bill Hickok's in like the first few episodes, but then he's murdered by Jack McGall, which isn't really a spoiler because that's what happened in history. If you knew, Wild Bill and Jack McGall, you would know that he was gonna fucking kill him at some point because that's what fucking happened to the actual guy, Wild Bill Hickok. He's in the show. It happens again. Ish, I suppose. Yeah. Jack McCall's only famous for shooting Wild Bill Hickok. He's got a Wikipedia page that not much is known about him, other than that he shot Wild Bill Hickok. It's pretty great. Anyway, we're right about at the end here. Hell, I might break here. You've seen all the important story parts of it. 2 minutes left. Might as well hang out for the long haul. You've seen all the important story parts. There's really nothing more to see at this point, so if you want to, click away or whatever, I don't mind. I'm going to keep talking, though, because, like I said, there's a few minutes left at this point. Might as well go for the long haul. Yeah, I just saved the game, and that's really it. So, yes, next time, in Okage, when I will hopefully be live, going to the Madril sewers, and working our way back there and figuring out what the hell is up with the back of the sewer. Why is it so important? Why does everyone want to go there? What's going on? Anyway. Shit. I was sort of hoping that would take longer. I checked the fortune teller here again, obviously. 1 minute left. Woo! Final minute, guys. Okay, so. Final minute. What should we do? I don't know. I'm tapped dry at this point, because... I get fuck you post-commentary. Let me say that real quick. I can't start another story. I've got less than a minute left. Well, not less than a minute, but about a minute left. So I can't start another story. Bump the mic there. That'll make it in. Yeah, I can't start another story. I got less than a minute left here. But now I have less than a minute. I keep saying that, less than a minute. I can just say less than a minute for less than a minute, and we'll be done with this less than a minute faster than you can say less than a minute. I can't start another story. I can't, I just gotta talk at this point. I can't talk about what I'm doing. I'm saving the fucking game. What do you want from me? Anyway. Shit, the audio peaked again. Lovely. Well, hopefully I never have to do post-commentary like this again. Tragedy can be avoided in the future. And let's all hope for the best. I got about 20 seconds left. So this is the part where I say thanks for watching. Click on my other stuff. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, so long. Have a good day. I don't know. It's nice to see past me, leaving the game, signing off. Yeah, there he goes. Here it comes.